abused and different things like that around that time period. But like when he was between like 16, 17 on up and through his mid-20s. That was odd. Was not expecting that to come out. I don't even know what questions to ask about that situation. So y'all put in the comments, like, what questions in regards to that do y'all have? Because I don't even know where to go or what to even ask, you know, in that regard. I don't even know if I even want to ask, you know. I don't even know if I even want to. Like, so now I want to know, like, so like what was going on around the time of his passing? Like before he passed, we know he was working on his This Is It tour and stuff like that. But now I want to see like what was going on around that time of like before he passed. Did Michael fake it again? Let's see, what was going on around that time? I'm feeling like his kids were acting out. He felt like his life was kind of unraveling and falling apart, like he didn't have control over anything. He really felt a little bit directionless during that time. He felt creatively blocked and stomped and things like that. He because the energy that I'm picking up on as I'm reading, like it's not fluid, you know, like it's very, you know, all over the place, you know, so it's even like hard to even like pinpoint, like very erratic, but then sleepy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like erratic sleep, like it's all just over the place. It's not stagnant. I feel like also that at some like he was experiencing maybe like some psychosis around that time as well. Like, yeah, like that's what it is. Like it's like a very psychotic, like a psychosis type of very heavy, very depressive energy too. I feel like he was planning to like escape or run away, like just leave, you know, things totally, like him and his kids just, you know, like escape and run away. And I'm feeling like he was having a hard time getting a hold of his kids as well. And so he felt like Hollywood, the industry where they lived and things like that were going to eat them alive or consume them. He didn't want them to go down the same path that he did and experience the things that he did in the industry. He was wanting them to have a different life. So he was considering moving abroad somewhere. Somewhere like in the I was gonna say the UK, but no, somewhere like Europe. Like I think he was considering to moving to Switzerland or Sweden or something like that. Somewhere far away to get them out of the States. And to homeschool him. I'm sorry, not him, them. It's almost like with that psychosis energy that I was picking up on, like that he was in and out of his mind, almost like he was experiencing some possession or some type of bipolar or something like that, like very just very all over the place. But at the same time, in his moments of truth, or moments that he was in his right mind, like he would be making the right plans. Like when he was thinking about moving, you know, or planning to move him and his children abroad. Like that was a plan that he was making in his right mind. But he was just, oh, y'all, this energy is kind of difficult to read because he was just really just all over the place. It was all over the place. But when he wasn't all over the place, his plans and his ideas and things like that made sense. So why was he all over the place? What was going on? Some cerebral deterioration, like his brain and stuff. Like he has some like his brain and things like that were starting to like deteriorate a little bit. And we already know that, that he was, going back and forth like with his label and different things like that. Like we already know that, and that is coming out as well. That's something, that was really ailing him and bothering him at that time. And okay, I see why he was very erratic. He was scared and he was nervous about passing. Yeah, like he was nervous and scared about getting murdered, getting offed, assassinated. Like he was worried about that, very concerned about that. And he was concerned about the well-being, of his children if something happened to him and he wasn't there, to protect them or give them guidance and things like that. He was very concerned and very worried about that. And he also was not trusting people around him too. He barely even, he barely trust his mama, is coming out, around that time. He was even looking at her sideways, and different things like that. Yeah, he was looking at her sideways even, and he didn't really want to, but he was at a point where he was just like questioning everyone and everything. He even felt like, his own children were compromised to work against him. The reason why they started acting out and different things like that, and weren't agreeing with him. He was aware that there were plots to, take his life. Yeah, he was aware. And so that is what was driving him crazy. That is what was deteriorating him. Of course, he has like all this other trauma and stuff like that too. But all of this is also what led to his deterioration. All of this fear and stuff like that. Let me see. I'm pausing because I want to see. It's like, did he fake his death? It's some illusions or something like that around that. Did he fake his death? Did he legit get up out of here? Or is he still here on Earth? Like, is he still in the body? Because it's some stuff that's like up in the air about that. Okay. He gone. Yeah, he's not here. And let me tell you why is some stuff up in the air. So he did not pass when they announced it. I feel like he actually passed like a week later. So like they announced his death prematurely. So he wasn't gone when the world was mourning him. Yeah, he wasn't gone then. He actually had died like after that. They were just going ahead and like preparing for his death. And also I feel like he could have made it out of whatever he could have made it out of that. Okay. He could, baby, this is some shiesty stuff. He could have made it out of that. But they chose to go ahead and proceed with killing him. They being y'all folks, y'all already know who they is. I don't have to spell they out, like his record label. You know what I'm saying? The people that that were in charge of his career, he actually could have survived that. He actually did. He actually did, because he did not pass. Like the day that they announced that he passed, he actually passed like a week later. Yeah. Yeah. He passed a week later because he has survived that. He has survived that because he was trying to live for his children. Because he was really worried and concerned about his kids. And he knows that his family is compromised. Yeah. Yeah. Three of clubs, six of spades. Whew. That just basically confirmed everything that I've already said. Yeah, dang, this is very dramatic. And very tragic. Like, it's a tragedy, y'all. It's a tragedy. It's not. It wasn't how it was supposed to be, or how it was supposed to end. Like, that was taken from him. It really was. It was taken from him. Like, his life was taken from him. And I'm seeing it's like something that was administered like in his IV, like, because he was still breathing and he was still and he was making some improvements. And so, and like, I'm seeing him like at the hospital and somebody coming in and putting something in his IV to go ahead and put him into a permanent sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Because even when he was admitted into the hospital, his and they didn't tell us this in the news or anything like this, because I haven't read about Michael Jackson's passing since it happened in 2009. But when he was admitted into the hospital, like, his condition was steady. It wasn't getting worse and it wasn't getting better. It was just steady. And so when they announced his passing, that's because they had already had planned to just go ahead and kill him. I'm just gonna say it like that's literally what happened. I know I kind of keep repeating myself, but it's like, it's a very heavy and dramatic energy to kind of just like be in, especially when you are seeing it from the spiritual perspective, or like experiencing it from the spiritual perspective. Like, it's very heavy and very dark and very somber. Like, these people be like, these people are evil. Y'all folks better be careful out there that's dealing, like, if you deal with certain people, you know what I'm saying, with certain background, y'all make good choices. Make good choices. Make good choices. Okay? Don't be desperate. Don't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's, ooh. I thought I was finna end the read. I don't even, y'all gonna have to put some comments, some questions down below. Help me to see what information to pull out from this stuff, because it is just so much. It is just so much going on. So much behind the scenes. What does he feel about his life and his legacy now? What does he feel about, like, oh, y'all, that is so heavy. Oh my God. Like, that is so heavy. What does he feel about his life and his legacy now? This would be my final question. I may have to do a follow-up Michael Jackson reading with any questions that y'all may have down below. Dig a little bit deeper into this. What does he feel about his life? Let's see. Posthumously. That there's more that he had left to do. Posthumously, he feels like there was more left for him to do. Like he wasn't able to fulfill everything, that all of the plans that it is that he had for himself, for his career. He wanted to go off and live a very quiet life. After this, I'm feeling like he was going to be selling his ranch and stuff like that. Like he was in the process of selling that and moving abroad. I feel like he had like a good relationship with Tina Turner or some other type of really mega star that was over there in Europe, in those European countries. And he was getting ready after this tour to go ahead and move over there and make that move. And so he feels like that right there was incomplete. He feels like if he would have moved sooner, that probably could have saved his life and his children's lives. And I'm wondering why he's saying it's like save his children's life. I guess because he feels as though they are directionless, as well, or they don't have enough support and things like that. Enough wise counsel around them, and not willing to listen and things like that. And more so, I'm feeling this about Paris, like the girl. She's the one that's popping up for me a lot. Like when I speak about his children, like the things that I've been saying, like it's really like her and then one other one or the other one. And for the record, I feel like there was a child of his that he was loosely aware of, like a black child. Because I'm seeing like an actual black child, like someone. Yeah, it's like I don't know if the lady. His team demanded that he not be in communication with that child. I'm seeing like this is like from like the 80s or like the 90s. So like that child is grown now, a grown person now. Like his team paid off the child's mother so that she would not interfere, him and this outside child would not interfere with his career and his public image. And so he has some regrets about that too, wishing that he was more involved in that child's life and could give that child some direction and things like that in life. A lot of regrets and things like that. But also he feels like he killed that shit though. Like in regards to like like entertainment, he's just like I almost like hear him saying, I did it though. Ain't nobody else gonna do it better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like big Virgo energy. You know what I'm saying? What Michael Jackson a Virgo? Because that's what I'm getting, from him. Just that, he said there will never be no one greater than me. I love the cockiness of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's true. Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Like, I don't think that we are ever going to get anybody like that again. Like, that could unite all nations of people. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson, he was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, those were like the only regrets and things like that he has. But overall, I do feel like on the other side, he is at peace, with everything, because he just understands things from like a higher perspective now that he's over there, the way that things are, the way that they are. And so he's not really holding on to any of those, to any of the shame, any of the hardships and things like that he experienced. Like he's not holding on to it because he understands, the greater plan, and then he also understands that some things just are the way that they are, and it's beyond his scope of help. yeah. Let's see, any last words? Nope, that's the reading. That is my Michael Jackson reading. I'm curious to see what y'all say in the comments. Because this was kind of a little all over the place, you know? And it's just like so much that's like left unsaid, I feel like too. But I'm curious, or at least for me, but I don't know if y'all feel that way, but put that information in the comment section if you all want to book a personal reading. That information is in the comment. I mean, it's not the comments, but the description box. I do Akashic Records readings, cartomancy readings like you see here with the playing cards, hydromancy or water scrying sessions, and just different stuff that I offer. So if you are interested and you need some direction or some support and things like that, and your life would just have questions to answers that is, you know, I'm sorry, not questions to answers, but questions that you need answers to, you can find the information in the description box. Thanks for watching. Make good choices, make good decisions, and don't hang around people that don't mean you know well. Okay? Y'all have a good one.